Okay, today we're just going to have a little bit of fun creating a character using pixel art. And I've pulled up a few examples here just to get us started, get an idea of what we're going to create. And first things first, if you didn't know this, in Photoshop, if you have multiple files open, you can click these. They will be organized in tabs up here, and you can click through them. And so here I have an image with a bunch of characters from some old games, and they're all pixelated. And here we go. We have Sonic and Mario and Mega Man. Here's another example. And as the computers got more advanced, there was more pixels available to use as an artist. And here's the progression of Mario, and you could see that there was less pixels, and then you're able to use more pixels. Today we're going to create a document. I'm going to create a character similar to Mega Man, and because we're creating a game that requires the character is going to be similar to him, the adventure we're going to go on, and we're going to create a document that is 32 pixels by 32 pixels. So when you go File, New in Photoshop, we're going to make sure we set this to 32 for the width, and make sure you have pixels. Do not have inches. We want it to be set at pixels, and the height and width is 32, resolution 72, and let's go ahead and hit create. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply go back and forth and look at this Mega Man and create him here. So the tools I'm going to use is this pencil tool. Okay, so you might have had it set at the brush, and if you're looking for it, you want to hold the mouse down on the brush and then change it to pencil. And the first thing I'm going to do is add a new layer. And with the brush, or I'm sorry, with the pencil actually, whoops, that was a mistake. With the pencil, you can actually now go pixel by pixel. And since we only have a 32 pixel wide and tall frame, you can see that one pixel takes up quite a bit of space on your page. I kept this history palette open here just to demonstrate this. If you ever want to have the find this history window, you just go Window History. There it is, and you can go back some steps. Okay, so if you didn't know about that little trick, there we go. Okay, so let's just get started. And I'm going to go ahead and get a rough idea of, let me drag this one here so it's right next door. So we have this and this. And I'm going to kind of just notice that the head, the body, and the legs are all about 1/3 of the page size. So let's just start with a rough circle for the head. Okay, and then what we're going to simply do is just kind of shape this out how you want. Okay, and you can select the eraser and also right click. I just right clicked, and you could change the eraser size if you want. Okay, so now essentially what you're going to do is you can sit back and enjoy the show, or you could work and kind of come back and reference what I'm doing and match it up to what you're doing. And because I'm just going to go ahead and try to make this character. So I've learned over time that a black outline sometimes makes your character look good. So I'm going to do that. And if you notice this Mega Man here, he has a black outline. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a new layer. It's just the way I like to work. And I'm going to go ahead and make one of his arms. Whoops, I had the eraser tool selected. I'm going to make one of his arms. And then if I have the on a new layer, I could just duplicate that layer and then kind of sort of copy and paste that layer and have two arms real quickly. So if I just do that and just take a look, see how he has kind of like his hand kind of curls in a little bit to like make his little fist. And then does he have anything on the shoulders? Yeah, it kind of pinches pretty close and tight. We'll do something like that. Okay, maybe it bows out a little bit more than I had set, and you can, make it however you want. Okay, and then so what I meant by duplicating a layer is you can right click and you could say duplicate layer if this is the way you want to work. You don't have to. And now let's label this arm, and it's going to be on the left. And I called it Arn. So silly arm now. Okay, and it's right on top of the other one, but watch this. We go edit, transform, and flip horizontal. I'm trying to teach you different tools. Now with this tool, I like to use the keyboard on my, or the arrow key on my keyboard. And now look, I have two arms. I could have dragged it around like this. I'm gonna go back. But if you hold shift and drag, it'll drag straight across. Now I'm gonna use the arrow keys to nudge it back. Okay, and then let's just take a look at his body and his legs. His body's really just pretty rectangular. How about I make a new layer for the body? I'll start here, and this little button here creates a new layer. So let's go ahead and do an outline for his body. And you can make the body shape whatever you want. I'm gonna make it, I don't know. Let's see if it looks, I make a little more V-shaped body. Okay, and then maybe it comes down to here. And then for his legs, we'll make him some really big legs. Let's fill this in with color. How about we go with, I'm gonna pick blue. Make him something like, well, the Mega Man. I know that 255 is solid blue, and you can go only web colors or not. It's up to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill in, I'm on his body layer. Oops, what did I do there? Body. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and color this layer in, and I went a little bit too far up onto his shoulder. Okay, and then if I want to, maybe I will do some shading or some highlighting when we're done. And it just depends on what kind of detail you want, what looks best, what works for you. Okay, I'm using the eraser to delete that. So there's his body. And now let's do a leg. So I'm gonna make a new layer, call this leg left. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look here real quick. His leg just kind of goes out, and he has a really big foot. So I think I might not have made his body big enough, but here we go. Let's just go ahead and let's get his feet close to the bottom. He's got really big feet. And about like, oh, that's too far. Control Z. And did his foot kind of, it just went straight up, and then like so. Maybe in this way, and then in this way, and then this way, and then let's get the heel coming up. And what did we do? What did he have here? His legs kind of flared out a bit. And maybe one more and then come down. Okay. Not as good as the Mega Man, that's for sure. But we're getting there, right? And we could adjust all this stuff. So we have one leg. Let's just see what happens if we duplicate this leg. So duplicate layer and leg left copy. So we're gonna just name that leg right. Why not? Stay organized. Okay, so we got leg right. You go edit, transform, flip horizontal, and you don't have to work this way if you don't want. It's just the way I work from time to time. And so we have two of his legs. He's got the V-shaped body. I'm back on the body layer. I think I'm actually going to widen his body out. I didn't really like the V shape. And let's widen it out, make him a little bigger, I suppose. And then maybe his arms are a little high. Let's see if just to see what it looks. I'm selecting two arm layers at once and nudging them down. Maybe like that. And then his head. You just design the head the way you want, okay? And we could have him looking straight on. His eye, you can see, is wider here and here because skinnier on the other side because he's looking a bit to the side. And it just depends on how you want to do that. So I'm gonna first off, let's just fill his face in. Whoops, I'm not the best with colors, so I'm gonna use the eyedropper, and we're gonna give him the same skin tone as Mario. So to do that, with this pencil, you can hold Alt on your keyboard, and it will turn into an eyedropper, and it'll select that color. If you want to just see what that the red, green, and blue values for that color, for Mario's cheek color, that's what that is. And so now I have that selected, and I can color in this guy with the same colorings as Mario. I'm going to put his chin a little lower, and so now I'm going to select the black for the outline color. And you can pick whatever color you want, obviously, for all of this. Doesn't even have to have skin tone. Could have a different skin tone, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to kind of give this guy like a Captain America mask, I guess. So let's go ahead and select the exact blue I had before. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Now, why aren't I using the paint bucket? Well, I was using the paint bucket the other day, and I noticed it kind of went outside the lines when I did it at this size. And, you know, I guess that could speed up your workflow if you want, and you just have to go and erase these. And actually, I'm going to leave those because I don't think I liked the shape of his head before. So I'm going to kind of widen his whole helmet, if we're calling this a helmet. And, okay, so something like that. And let's go back to the pencil. Yeah, I had the pencil selected. For a second there, I thought I had the eraser selected, but I had the pencil. And, you know, what kind of eyes do you want your character to have? Do you want him to kind of have an angry look? You know, he's really getting ready to battle. Does he have a pointy nose? Does his nose go straight across? Does he have a smile? Does he have a grin? What does he have? You know, this guy's got kind of a smirky smile. Okay, and then how about what color should his pants be? Should we go red, white? I don't know. This guy's looking like maybe he would belong to the San Diego High Cavers, maybe. But I'm gonna go with I'm on the arm layer. Yeah, let's give him red arms. See what that looks like. It's red and blue. Whoops. Did a little bit too much there. So sometimes you make mistakes, and if you're like me, you make a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna keep him with his white hands, and I gotta fill this in because at the end, I was always planning to click this eyeball in the bottom layer to make it invisible behind, because when you copy and paste this guy or export him for use in a game, you're gonna need the background to be transparent, because when you use them in game, you can't have a full white box around your character, can you? Because that'll just look silly. That'll just look like a big mistake. So you make the background layer invisible, transparent, and then when you use him in game, he will be you'll see all the background and stuff. I don't know. Let's give his legs. Give him, what color should his boots be? I don't know. Let's go blue, I guess. And you can play around with this, have fun. It's if you're into customizing characters, then this is the assignment for you, because you could have a lot of fun doing this. Okay, so we're almost there, and I'm gonna wrap this tutorial up. I will give him some red for the rest of his pants. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't I just create one of these legs and then just duplicate it? Yeah, I could have. And you could also put shading in your, maybe put like a darker red, and then on the inside of his legs, it's a little darker. But there you go. Not a bad character. And you could obviously, sky's the limit on what you do. But go ahead and have fun doing that. And then when you're ready to export for for a game or any other, say, a Photoshop work, you're going to want to export as a PNG so that it can maintain that transparency. Okay? Have fun creating your character and make something amazing. Okay, have fun.